Yo, it's your boy Jay Boogie back with another video today. Today, I will be talking about the best version of Kevin Durant from OKC to Golden State Warriors and the Brooklyn Nets. And the first version I want to talk about is no other than the fan favorites, the OKC version of Kevin freaking Durant. Pretty much this version of Kevin Durant was a full-time scorer champ, MVP, averaging out, I think his best season, he averaged like 32 points per game. And you see in this clip of how more explosive he was off his first step, attacking the rim much quicker, more athletic, more in more in a athletic way. And pretty much, this version of Kevin Durant was a fan favorite throughout the world. Pretty much, he was like the hero of the NBA, and then the villain was the LeBron James of the Miami Heat days. He was a villain. So, pretty much, if you look at this, you look at this highlight of just how fluid of a scorer that he was in OKC, that he still is currently, the same scorer he is now with the Phoenix Suns. But in OKC, pretty much, he was just more lively, off his feet, trying to drive it in, going to the rim, finishing, catching lobs. Pretty much this version of Kevin Durant was just an offensive monster. And like I mentioned in the beginning, he was a four-time scoring champion during his OKC years. That's over the scorers of Melo and the likes of Kobe Bryant. So, this version of Kevin Durant, man, like I said, he was a perfect full-level scorer. He could score off the dribble. Like I said, finishing at the rim, mid-range scoring ability. Still good to this day. Top-notch, one of the greatest mid-range scorers in basketball history. A fluid, nice form-looking jump shot. And like I said, this version of Kevin Durant, man, he was just, what can you do? How can you stop him? And he was already being known for being clutch, knocking down the game-winning shots. And my favorite game-winning shot of his OKC years was literally the game-winning shot during the lockout year. He hit the game-winning shot over, I think, Sean Marion against the Mavs, and I was in the 8th grade sitting there, and I tried to recreate that shot so many times. Look that highlight, look that clip up. I might put in my description. But then on to the Golden State Warriors, Kevin Durant, when he became the villain. Pretty much two-time Finals MVP, two-time NBA champ, back-to-back, beating LeBron, knocking out LeBron in the finals. Not too many people can say that in terms of just, doing that back-to-back. And, pretty much Kevin Durant, he became more defensive gem for the Golden State Warriors, meaning that his defensive game has gotten more impactful and better, especially making blocking shots at the rim, pretty much being a better rim protector or a shot blocker per se for his ability. And he fit well with the offensive system of Clay and Steph, in terms of just knocking down the three-point shot, floor spacing ability, and playing with Draymond, who pretty much I know gave him a lot of defensive tips. And then pretty much they've been a dominant team throughout the West during his OKC years. I think their biggest threat in the West at that time was the Houston Rockets of James Harden and Chris Paul. And I always say this, it's literally the fact that every time we look at Kevin Durant offensive game throughout anything he's playing, it's one thing you always gonna get a consistent 25-point score. No doubt about it, and he always gonna be efficient on all levels, from mid-range, three-point shots, and free throws, and finishing at the rim. And Kevin Durant, pretty much playmaking has gotten a lot better with Golden State. Obviously you got two of the great shooters of Clay and Steph Curry. And in this club, man, he was just in his bag offensively. Like I said, he was just being consistent. His game never falling off. He never diminished his role, because pretty much he was the best player on the Golden State Warriors. And pretty much, man, like I said, Golden State Warriors Kevin Durant was just as monstrous, even more monstrous of the OKC version of Kevin Durant. And pretty much, man, it's incredible when you look at this, because of the fact that, yeah, He won 2 championships with the team that put him out in the playoffs. But that team needed a Kevin Durant to dethrone Uncle LeBron James and the Kyrie Irving for the playoffs, for the finals. So there was a perfect fit, and he exceeded it. And like I say, pretty much every time he was on the floor, he was their best player, and rightfully so. Knocking down 2 major crucial shots in back-to-back finals appearances in the 2017 finals and in the 2018 finals. So Golden State Warriors, Kevin Durant. I'm not going to be mad at anyone saying this is the best version of him, just because of the fact that he won 2 championships and he won 2 back-to-back finals MVPs. So that's my take on the Golden State Warriors version of Kevin freaking Durant. And then this is my personal opinion. The best version of Kevin Durant, to me, was when he was playing with the Brooklyn Nets. Obviously, more than anything, coming off an Achilles injury, it takes people a while to find their rhythm back. Maybe months, maybe a year. And some people don't be the same mentally, physically, and their game might be totally different. But for KD, seeing this clip right now, my goodness. I mean, dude can run off the gate, averaging for his career with the Nets 29 points per game, and his best season was the 21-22 season when he averaged 30. And Kevin Durant, I think he had 2 seasons or 1 season or 2 maybe. He finished in top 10 in MVP race. I mean, Kevin Durant coming off the kid's injury, it was like he just got 30 times more better. His game got 30 times more mature, more cautious, and he was still being the same smooth scorer we always see him to be, still to this day. But honestly, during that time with the Nets, I mean, it was just out of his mind, and it was very inspiring because of the fact that, like, coming off the Achilles injury, but I'm still gonna drop 27, 28 plus points per game, and pretty much he did just that. And this version of Kevin Durant, man, like I said, everything just got 20 times more mature in terms of offensive game, his approach to the game, and he was still attacking the rim more cautiously now more than ever, because coming off that injury and then you head into your 30s, I mean, dude was getting just per buckets left and right. And you see the stats, you've seen the stats. His most efficient years was with the Nets, and then, like I said, he averaged 29 points per game overall with the Brooklyn Nets as a team, or on the team. And this version of Kevin Durant is the best to me, in my opinion. Despite him not winning a championship, still to me this is the best version of Kevin Durant, just because the fact that now you combine how he was in OKC and Golden State, then you have this Achilles injury, and you still have that same scoring mentality and that scoring bag that you had in OKC years and the Golden State Warrior years, and you put that into one, and this is exactly what you've seen from the Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Durant, just obviously outside of the athletic explosiveness, dude was just pure efficient monster scoring the ball. And that's my take on the best version of Kevin Durant. Honestly, I told the Brooklyn Nets. Let me know in the comments who y'all got on the best version of Kevin Durant. I love you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you got to do. J Boogie is out.